We are less than 90 days away from the 2026 World Cup. Right now, most international managers are losing sleep over sprained ankles, tactical formations, and hotel menus. As for Gianni Infantino, he is losing sleep because Group G is currently trapped in a geopolitical escape room. As a very real, highly complex standoff unfolds between the United States and Iran, a massive blinking question mark is hovering over the tournament. Between lockdown airspace and frozen visas, the idea of the Iranian national team casually strolling through LAX right now is about as likely as me getting called up to play striker for Brazil. So, what exactly happens to the biggest sporting event on the planet when a qualified nation physically cannot show up? Grab your popcorn and a copy of the FIFA rulebook, because things are about to get weird. Right now, Group G isn't a football bracket, it's a heavyweight staring contest. First, the Iranian sports minister went on national television to bluntly state that playing in the US under current conditions is off the table. Enter US President Donald Trump, who took to social media to politely suggest that showing up might not be the best idea for the team's life and safety. Which, to be fair, is a pretty terrifying Yelp review for a host city. But then, the plot twisted. The Iranian national team essentially hopped on Instagram and hit everyone with a giant read receipts on. Their message was a masterpiece of defiance. They effectively reminded Washington and their own government of one core footballing truth. You guys don't own the pitch. FIFA does. It is an unbelievable flex. You have athletes looking at two massive global powers and reminding them that in the holy church of football, politicians don't make the tournament rules. But if the gates to Seattle and Los Angeles ultimately remain padlocked to Iran, the colossal headache of fixing this broken tournament lands directly on FIFA's desk. If you're hoping to find a highly detailed, legally sound contingency plan in the official 2026 World Cup regulations, I have terrible news for you. When faced with an unprecedented crisis, FIFA's legal strategy is brilliantly lazy. They just grant themselves infinite power. Enter Article 6. Specifically, Regulations 6.5 and 6.7, which deal with force majeure, a fancy legal term for literally nobody saw this coming. The wording in this section is a beautiful piece of bureaucratic vague posting. It explicitly states that if a team withdraws, FIFA will decide the matter at its sole discretion and take whatever action is deemed necessary. In video game terms, FIFA just enabled God mode. They don't have to consult a committee. They don't have to call a democratic vote. They can just Thanos snap a solution into existence. They can take the easy road, awkwardly shrink Group G to 3 teams and pretend everything is fine. Or, and this is the infinitely more entertaining option, they can parachute a random replacement team into the tournament at the 11th hour. If FIFA actually decides to hand out a Willy Wonka golden ticket to fill that empty slot, deciding who gets it is a mathematical nightmare. Common sense dictates you grab the next team from the Asian qualifying bracket. Simple, right? Absolutely not. Iraq and the UAE are the next in line. But Iraq is currently begging FIFA to pause their upcoming playoff because their airspace is entirely shut down. They are physically stuck. If Iraq eventually plays and wins, maybe the UAE gets the World Cup spot. If Iraq loses, do we flip a coin? Do we make them play rock, paper, scissors over Zoom? But remember FIFA's God mode. Because they hold absolute discretionary power, they aren't legally bound to pick an Asian team at all. They could look at this logistical dumpster fire, throw their hands up, and simply invite the highest ranked team currently sitting at home. Yes, there is a chaotic, entirely possible universe where Italy fails to qualify again, but gets dragged into the World Cup through a geopolitical backdoor loophole. Finding a historical blueprint for this level of chaos is nearly impossible. The last time nations ghosted a World Cup after officially qualifying was 1950, back when international travel meant a 3-week boat ride and teams were pulling out because FIFA wouldn't let them play barefoot. If FIFA actually taps a replacement team today, imagine the sheer unadulterated panic in that country's FA. You have 90 days to secure US visas, book luxury training camps, print thousands of kits, and figure out a tactical plan to stop Kevin De Bruyne. It is a logistical tightrope walk over an active volcano. Ultimately, we are watching the harsh reality of global politics collide head-on with the rigid, billion-dollar machinery of global football. Whether FIFA plays it safe with a 3-team group or pulls the most ridiculous wildcard entry in sports history, the 2026 World Cup is already completely unhinged, and the referee hasn't even blown the whistle yet.